Hey there, and welcome back to Northlight Photographic Workshops. Part one of the trip is completed now in Faroe Islands, and I'm now in gorgeous Iceland. And I have a day off here that I'm going to go try and do some things, maybe see the volcano if I can. I have to pick up Kerik at the airport in a couple of hours and get the rest of the group together tomorrow for our trip up to Djupavik. I hear it's been snowing up there, so I'm kind of hoping things have settled down by the time I get there. But it's gorgeous here in Keflavik in Reykjavik. It's a beautiful sunny day, and it really feels good to be here again. It's been a couple of years now, been a long time, and I love Iceland. Anybody that knows my work, you know I've worked here for a long time. It's been nearly 20 years that I've been coming back and forth, bringing people and coming to do my own work. But yeah, it's really good to be here, and I'm looking forward to taking you along on this leg of the trip as well. Hey, I'm here behind the wheel of my new Peugeot, whatever it is. It's pretty cool. And driving in Iceland again, which is something I love to do. So I got about 45 minutes before Kerik's plane comes in, and I'm just going to go explore a little bit. I'm here at Keflavik Airport, walking in now to pick up Kerik. He texted me that he's on the ground, so we got to wait for him to get through customs and duty free. Hopefully he's getting the Brennivin, and we'll see him in a few minutes. Yeah, did you have a good one? Good flight?
Yeah, all good,
cool.
man.
Where you just want to settle for a minute and get out, because we're right outside here.
I'm ready to go.
All right, we're ready to go. Here we are. I think there you are. There's Kerik. There we go. We got our shiny new van, and we're ready to hit the road. So let's hit the road. This is too cool. We've got our studded tires heading up to the north. Apparently it's very cold and snowy, but we will see. So here we are, our first official stop on the Iceland Summit 2021. We have our whole crew together. Had to pick up everybody in Reykjavik this time, but we got everybody together and already having a really good time in the van. It's been a beautiful day too. It's getting a little later in the day now, toward 5 p.m. and we're still about an hour and a half away from our destination. But we had to stop here and do some shooting. So. Soleil, look out, come on. Hey, she was so, look at that.
Waited 2 years.
Hi, how are you? Buddy, it's good to see you.
You too.
It's really good to see you.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Wow. Hello, Iceland resident you.
Lucky girl me.
This is Karen, this is Magnus, and this is Laura, who came up here on one of our trips and never went home. Oh man, you're here, how you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah. Wow.
My right hand's busy.
Oh, it's so good to be here. That road seems longer every time I drive it.
Especially in the weather like this. Yes.
Oh, this is great.
Not all new faces.
I tried to get Evan to come.
Morning, how are you?
It was just the first 12 hours of my life.
Hey guys, everybody sleep good? Morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Djupavik. We're here. We're going out for a bit of a orientation drive around the area, even though it's pretty terrible conditions right now, but you know, wouldn't be Iceland without that. Yeah, we're supposed to have a couple days of this, but we're just gonna make the best of it and saddle up in the van right now. I'm waiting for everybody to come out. But this is the famous Hotel Djupavik. And this is the famous Kerik Kouklis.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You know, the trading ship.
Rubber boots?
You could have dry feet for the first
Wow.
time in your life.
Hey there, so here we are on our first stop on the Iceland Summit. We've left the factory and the hotel, which is across the fjord here, and we've stopped for a great view, mostly because the rain stopped and gives us an opportunity to do some work. It's nice when people can kind of get out their gear for the first time and make some photographs. So that's where we are right now. Check it out. Right across the way here, I don't know if you can see the waterfall way out there, and that's the waterfall that comes down behind the hotel. All right, so Laura is gonna do the reveal on her Polaroid here for us.
Let's see if it worked.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh yeah.
Funky.
Look at that. Yeah, a little bit. Look at the flare. That's really cool. Now, how old is this film you're working with right now?
This is from 2016, so it's
Look at the negative.
only 5 years old.
This is great.
Yay. Little treat.
And hey everybody, by the way, this is Laura Watt.
Hi, y'all.
Laura now lives here. She bought a house. She came on a trip a few years ago and just...
Look what can happen to you if you come on a
Exactly.
Bill photography trip.
No, it's great. Now we get to live vicariously through Laura.
Yay.
Yay. Look where I am. My favorite photographs to make. Little green church here. I've been coming here a long time and making the same photograph, but each time it's different. Gives me a little bit of a thrill. Well, I have to say that this is one of the more horrible things I've come across, especially up here in Iceland. There's a bunch of pilot whales have been beaching themselves here today, and most of them are deceased now, so I don't know. There's nothing that can really be done. They're so big and there's nobody here. Some of them are still alive, and that's terrible. Nothing you can do, you know. I mean, there's 5 of us here, and these things are huge, and they weigh a lot. Most dead, some are still alive. It's a horrible thing. Nature's not always beautiful, right? Okay. Welcome back, and welcome to Djupavik, the Hotel Djupavik. This is one of my favorite places on the planet here, and we are really enjoying ourselves, even though the wind is howling outside as I'm talking to you. My group is right now with my friend Magnus, who runs the hotel. They are over in the factory, the old herring factory, and they're getting the tour. He gives them a bit of a historic tour, so they have some historical context of what they're walking through, and then he's also giving them a safety tour so they can see where and where is not safe for them to go and can photograph. And so they're going through that right now, and I'm going to join them a minute. I'm going to take you over there as well. But before that, I'm going to show you a little bit around the Hotel Djupavik. As I said, it's one of my favorite places on the planet. I discovered it probably back in 2006. And I started bringing people up here maybe in 2008, 2009. And then back in 2017, I started running called the Iceland Summit, which is this trip that we are on right now. And I've done that for 4 years. It would have been 5 years aside from the pandemic. So what we do is we base ourselves here at the Hotel Djupavik, and we come to this wild part of Iceland that people don't normally come to. So we're not around the tourists that are in the south going to all the hot spots. We're up here in the beautiful, kind of pristine and virtually untouched, I say virtually, untouched area of the West Fjords, which is quite beautiful. We're on the Strandir coastline. We're on a fjord right now. You'll see some more video of that. But it's a very beautiful place and a very remote place. We are one of, well, there's only 6 people on this trip. Unfortunately, we had 4 drop out just before. We have 6 people on this trip, plus Magnus and his help. So I would say that in the area right now, there's a population of about 10 people, and we are more than half of it. But it's a wonderful place, and you know, if you're interested in coming in the future, you know, check out below. There's links to my website and to other trips and things that I lead. But all that aside, it's time to show you around the hotel and get on with this. Get on with our day here. We're going to join them in the factory, as I said. But first, I'm just going to show you around here a little bit. All right. This is where we are. You'll get a sense out there right now. Now, as I say, we've got quite bad weather going on right now, which is not terribly characteristic for this area, but actually, who am I fooling? It's Iceland. So what I love about the Hotel Djupavik is that it is a very homey place and run by the family that's been running it since 1984. And this is where we kind of sit and work. It's the big restaurant area and the eating area. And all of us set up our laptops and devices in here when we're not out shooting and kind of look at the work that we've been doing and that kind of thing. This is a little sitting area that right now we've kind of got moved around a bit. It's kind of where we sit and relax as well. This is our breakfast area. I love Icelandic breakfasts. And this is the kitchen area. So all our wonderful meals are cooked. And take you back here. This is sort of a little reception area. And out this door, that little red building is where I stay when I'm here. It's my favorite place here. I like it because the river's running. And then we'll take you upstairs where people's rooms are. It's another little sitting area up here. And then down the long corridor with everybody's rooms on either side. It's a lovely little hotel, as you can see. I'd also take you out on the front porch, but it's a little dicey out there right now. So that's the place. Now I'm going to take you over to the factory and we're going to join everybody else. So here we are in the Djupavik herring factory. This place was built, I think, in 1934, and pretty much in the middle of nowhere to follow the herring run. That was the herring that were here, and it operated, I think, for 12 years, maybe 20 years, something like that. But anyway, where we are living in the hotel here is the old women's quarters for the workers that were here, because people that came here, of course, had to live here because it's so far away from everything. Anyway, so this is the factory. I'll take you around a little bit, and there's a few more things to see outside. The wonderful herring tanks out here, and I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Heima from Sigur Rós, but they did one of the segments here where they played a concert in this factory, and then they also recorded a song in one of the tanks outside, one of the old herring tanks. And the acoustics in there are just incredible.
container is about 60 tons, 60. And they got it from a big ship that's stranded on the south coast of Iceland. This house didn't survive this.
Hey there, welcome back to our trip here up in the West Fjords of Iceland, in Djupavik. Having a little stroll through the town right now before everybody saddles up in the van and gets ready to head out north. As you can see today, no rain. How about that? I don't even know what day it is of the trip right now. It's Tuesday, and we have until Friday here, so we'll give you an idea. But right now I'm walking over to the factory. One of our people is going to stay behind today and work inside of the factory. And as you've seen from some of the clips already, it's quite a place for a photographer. So I haven't really shown you the place from the outside, so have a look. This is it, the herring factory in Djupavik. This was built back in the early 30s and worked for quite a while before it was abandoned and the herring moved on. But anyway, this is the place where everybody likes to go in and shoot so much. It's quite a place. And if you look right above it, that's the falls here. And they've started to run a little slower today, which is nice because the rains have stopped. But that thing was raging a couple of days ago, more than I've ever seen. It's time to head back to the van, get everybody ready to go. And we're heading up today towards Ingolsfjordur and the end of the road at Norðurfjordur. And unfortunately, we're going to have to pass the area where the whales beached, and I'm not really sure what we're going to find there now, because I'm sure nothing has transpired since. And but anyway, we'll see. So here we're in the little town of Djupavik, which is not too far away from Djupavik. It's kind of a summer place now, but at one point this town was known as a shark fishing village. This was kind of the main thing they went after here. And one of the houses, if I get back up that way, has a weather vane that kind of memorializes that. It's a shark up on it. And I always used to think it was just kind of an interesting piece of folk art, but did a little bit of research and talked to some of the locals and found out that this history here is in shark fishing. It's a very rich spot for making photographs, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is go get my tripod and make some work. This is such a great place. There's so many textures and so many rust spots and everything that can create a beautiful abstract photograph with gorgeous texture, and that's kind of what I'm working on here. It's quite a place. It's just beautiful patterns everywhere I look. It's hard to make a bad photograph here. Just working within the composition in the frame here to get the most pleasing and satisfying image. Yeah. It's kind of hard to know when to quit. Wow, it's much the same here. It's unbelievably beautiful. Just trying to catch a little bit of the corrugated at the top of this frame. See what I mean here in a minute. Yeah. Need to open up a little bit more. Yeah, quite nice. But maybe the corrugated doesn't add very much to the composition, so I'm going to try dropping it a little bit. Right there. I like the way the green and the rust works together. Oh yeah, wow. It's good. Wow, this is going to be quite a nice image as well. So it's getting on time here to round everybody up and maybe head back for lunch and come out a little later this afternoon. You know, it's hard to do it when you got decent weather, you know, and this is really the most decent weather we've had the whole time here, but got to keep everybody fed and happy and warm, and then you can work better, you know. You know, you're out in the field and you're hungry and you're cold, you're not going to get much work done. So I'm going to head back on over and see if I can't round everybody up. That's right. We've got sun. Welcome to Wednesday. I'm not even sure of the date. Doesn't really matter. It's October, and this is the first really beautiful sunny day we've had since we've been in Iceland. And everybody is very thankful for it, obviously. And we're having a good time. Everybody's back there working along the edges of the water. We're working on our way up towards Fjords today, and we're going to see what we can find. This really picks up everybody's morale a bit, seeing the sun like this. So we're going to make the best of it. Hopefully we're going to get some northern lights tonight too. I was not going to be able to share that with you on the video, but if we get any stills, of course, I'll share them. But my friend Laura up in Isafjordur last night, she got a nice view of them about 3 o'clock in the morning when the sky broke. I checked here and the sky didn't break until this morning, so we're hoping tonight that it stays clear. We have clear skies and maybe get a show of the Aurora Borealis. We'll see. So I'm going to get back and do a little bit of work here, and we're going to move on the way and stick with me today, or stick with us today. Ooh, the waves are breaking behind me. Wow, I really have to take stock of where I am and not forget that in a few days I'm going to be back in the States, wishing I was here again. Such an incredible day, and such an incredible sound in the waves. So here we are at the abandoned herring factory in Inglesfjordur, which is built similar around the time as the one in Djupavik. But apparently this one wasn't active very long because the herring moved on and rendered it pretty much useless. But since the last time I've been here, they have sealed it off again, and it looks like somebody's trying to make something of it. They've got new windows in the building, and I see a new house built over here, so it's very possible that they're going to try to make something of it. So here we are at the end of the road, not much north of us but the Arctic Circle, and we are going down to the pool here at Crossness. It's a public pool up here. It's hot water, geothermal. Pretty nice place actually. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my suit, but we have had people come and swim at this time of the year. It would be really a perfect place to watch the northern lights, that's for sure. It's back to the windy days, and unfortunately we're here on our last full day up in Djupavik, and we're just about to head off on the road. We're going to go back up to the little green church that we skipped through the other day when the weather was pretty bad. What's happening is there's a tropical depression coming through way up here in Iceland, and the weather's going to be getting pretty bad again. So this is our last chance at some decent weather, and we're going to go out and take advantage of it. Later on, I'm going to come back into the factory and maybe do some work there. But for now, you know, we're going to be having breakfast and then saddling up and heading out.
Where's my darling, my shoulder?
She.
But you will get a lift to Reykjavik.
You're out of gas.
All right, my friend.
Maybe.
You'll be all right.
The gas pump is broken in the Norðurfjörður.
Looking forward to see you.
Oh,
again.
Me too.
And if I ever,
well, it'll be open in Hahnemühle.
I will have to take you on your word with the California trip. You know.
You come visit.
Yeah, I definitely have
You'll
to.
never go back to Florida again after that.
Ja, efter det. Hörru,
All right, got something? Want to grab anything? Let me get the door.
So I'm gonna go with you by the factory. See, he was a little bit afraid that.
Hi, Freya. How are you, sweetie? How are you, sweetie? Here comes Soleil. All right, here we go. I'll hold the door. Whoa! Well, this is kind of sad because we just left the Hotel Djupavik. I didn't run any video while we were doing that because it's kind of friends and family goodbye, that kind of thing. So anyway, we said goodbye to Magnus and thanked him through such a great time. And now we're on our road south. We're heading back to Reykjavik, but we're doing a couple of stops along the way to make some final photographs. Last night we had the most insane storm. Ava, who owns the hotel, told me this morning that now I have seen the worst of Iceland, and it was like a hurricane. I thought my little shack was going to blow off the side of the shoreline there, but we survived, and today is much better. Here we are back on pavement. Oh no. You're right, it's kind of sad. Well, hey, look at this. We're not too far out of where we were, and it's turned into quite a beautiful day. And you know, what do you notice? No wind. It's been unbelievably windy almost the whole time we've been here. So we're on our way south to Reykjavik. None of this group has to leave today, but we're going to get back down to Reykjavik. People need to get COVID tests and things like that. But anyway, had to stop at this one last really beautiful spot. Maybe last spot, I don't really know. Because we're not in any hurry, we might stop more. But it's really nice to be able to wander around and not be getting blown away and having your equipment being blown away. So I'm actually going to grab my camera here and maybe make a couple of last shots before I get back in the car and let everybody else do some work before we move along. Well, here I am in Keflavik on the last morning, and then there were one. We're all done with the Iceland trip right now, and kind of miss everybody this morning, but I'm excited to get home and to get on with stuff. I've got a workshop coming next week, and I got to get ready and got to get back to real life, but it's been an awesome time here in Iceland, even though we've had crazy weather, and it was an awesome time in the Faroe Islands. You can see that clip up here if I've got it done. And anyway, thanks a lot for watching along and watching it, if you've made it this far, and I really appreciate everybody that came along. Very special thanks to my friend Kerik Kouklis for helping me out. It's too bad that he had to escape, but it went well, and he was a good help, and I really appreciate it. So anyway, thanks everybody. If you like this, how about giving us a thumbs up and maybe subscribe, and keep tuned for more. Thanks very much, and bye-bye. Yes! Oh my gosh!